Now we'll study about another connective tissue called the lymph. Now here, as blood flows through the blood vessels, here there is plasma, then there are these red blood cells, and there are other cells also that flow. There are some nutrients and many other components. There is oxygen also that flows here, that is in the blood. Now the blood does not come in direct contact with the cells. A part of the blood here flows out of these pores in the capillaries. And this part of the blood, the liquid part, it flows out and it bathes the cell. It covers the cell. It all bathes these cells, they cover the cells. And why does it bathe? Why does it come in direct contact with the cells? Because once it comes in direct contact with the cells, there is here exchange of material taking place, exchange of food, exchange of waste material. So when this liquid comes in direct contact, there is exchange of material takes place. This liquid that comes into this liquid that has come in direct contact and that has come out of the capillaries is called a lymph. Mind you, observe very carefully, the red blood cells do not come out of the blood vessels. They remain in the blood vessels. It's all the other materials that keep coming out of the cell. Now what would happen if this material keeps on coming out of the blood vessel? Here in the tissue, this is the tissue here. Here we have the tissue and the cells. This lymph would start accumulating. There would be a large amount accumulating, and that organ would start swelling because there would be no place continuously if this lymph leaked out of the blood. So after the exchange of material takes place between the lymph and the cells, then this liquid now enters into special vessels called the lymphatic vessels. Yeah, and it is then taken away. So these are the lymphatic vessels, and these lymphatic vessels carry the blood away from the tissue. Let's go over this picture again here. So here, if you see in this picture, you have the blood that is coming in. Here the blood is flowing through the tissue. Here we have the tissue. Here we have the cells of the tissue. Have you seen here all cells of the tissue? And slowly the lymph is now pouring out of the blood vessels. It is pouring out of the blood vessels and filling the space up. It is filling the space, it is bathing the cells. There is exchange of material taking place, the nutrients between the lymph and the cells. And once that all is done, now the lymph now will start entering into the lymphatic vessels. The lymphatic vessels here are given in yellow, and the lymphatic vessels will carry the lymph away. Look at this picture again here. Like we have the blood vessels, we have an entire system here of lymphatic vessels. Have you seen here? Now all these lymphatic vessels, this whole lymphatic system, this is called a lymphatic system. This lymphatic system with all its vessels then join the circulatory system at this point. Have you seen at this point? It pours back into the circulatory system. The lymph is poured back into the circulatory system and it joins the blood again. So if the lymph, if we were to write some points on the lymph, we would say it is straw colored, or you could say it was colorless. Number one, it flows only from blood, from body to heart. It's only one way. It never flows from heart to body. It's from body, it's collected in the body and flows towards the heart. And it has less proteins. Now let's see the functions of the lymph. What is the need of the lymph? One, it is called the tissue fluid. Why is it called the tissue fluid? Because it gets in direct touch with the cells and there is exchange of material that takes place. Another important function is it carries digested fats. Digested fats are carried by the lymph. The lymph vessels surrounding the intestine take the digested fats. In the third point, it fights infection. It helps to fight infection. If you notice here again, I'm going to put here, there are nodes here, have you seen? All these nodes. You have your tonsils here in the neck region. We have so many nodes here. These are called the lymph nodes. And at this lymph nodes, the body fights the infection. That's why when you have a cold, your lymph nodes in the throat region begin to swell because the body is fighting the infection at the nodes. So this is about the lymph. I think the Khan Academy video was also very good. Make sure that you watch it.